In today's video, we're going to go through something that most WooCommerce store owners completely overlook, but it can really make a big difference in how your products show up online. We're going to be talking about product review schema and how it impacts your search presence. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you sell products online, you probably put time into your photos, your descriptions, and maybe even your pricing strategy. But when someone searches for your product on Google, you still end up looking exactly like everyone else. And that's where this comes in, because most people don't realize that search results are not just about rankings, they're also about how your listings look before someone even clicks. And if your listing looks flat, generic, or just untrustworthy, you're losing clicks before you even get a chance to convert. So in this video, I'm going to break down what product review schema actually is, why it matters, and what it does behind the scenes, and how to think about it the right way so you don't overcomplicate it or accidentally mess up your site. So let's get into it. So first, we're going to talk about what WooCommerce is and where reviews fit in. So at a basic level, WooCommerce is just a plugin that turns your WordPress site into an online store. It handles your product pages, your checkout, your cart, and your orders. It's essentially the foundation of how your store actually runs. And inside WooCommerce, you already have a built-in review system. Customers can leave ratings and they can write feedback, and those reviews show up directly on your product pages. From a user perspective, that's amazing. People can scroll, read reviews, and then make a decision. But from a search engine perspective, it's not that simple. Because search engines don't automatically understand all the information in a structured way, they can see the content, but they don't always fully interpret what each piece means unless you give them some extra context. And that's where schema comes in. So schema is basically structured data that lives behind the scenes of your website. It's not something your customers see directly, but it's something search engines use to better understand your content. Think of it like labeling everything clearly. Instead of Google guessing what something is, you're telling it directly. You're saying this is the product name, this is the price, this is the currency, this is the rating, and this is the number of reviews. Product review schema specifically focuses on ratings and reviews. It tells search engines exactly how many reviews you have and what your average rating is. And when that's done correctly, it can help your product listing become eligible for what are called rich results. Those are the search listings where you can sometimes see star ratings, review counts, or extra details directly under the link. Now, this is really important to understand. Schema does not guarantee that you'll get those enhanced search results. It simply makes you eligible for them. You're giving search engines the correct structure so they can choose to display that information. Okay, now why this actually matters for your store. So when someone searches for a product, they're usually scanning quickly. They're not analyzing deeply, they're making fast decisions based on what feels trustworthy and familiar. If your listing shows star ratings and review counts, it immediately feels more credible. It signals that other people have bought the product and that there's feedback and that it's not just a random listing. That alone can increase your click-through rate. And if your competitors don't have that, you stand out without changing anything about your actual product. So this is not just about tricking the system, it's about presenting your product in a clear, more trustworthy way. Now, here's where things usually go wrong. The biggest mistake people make with review schema is duplication. This happens more often than you'd think. Your WooCommerce theme might already be adding product schema. Then you install an SEO plugin that also adds schema. Then maybe you add a review plugin that does the same thing. Now you have multiple versions of schema on the same page. To a search engine, that can look super messy, inconsistent, or even just spammy. Instead of helping you, it can actually hurt your chances of getting rich results. So the goal is not to stack as many tools as possible. The goal is to have one clean, consistent source of schema that's accurate and easy to maintain. So instead of thinking about schema as something technical or complicated, think about it as organization. You're organizing your product data in a way that makes sense to search engines. And when you approach it like that, everything becomes simpler. You don't need 5 different plugins. You don't need to over-optimize. You just need a clean setup that reflects what's actually on your page. If your product has reviews, your schema should reflect that. If your product doesn't have reviews, that's fine. You don't need to force anything. Consistency is what truly matters. In most WooCommerce setups, schema can come from a few different places. Sometimes your theme handles it automatically. Some themes include built-in product schema, and in some cases, they do it as well. Other times, your SEO plugin handles it. Many SEO tools include product schema features that integrate with WooCommerce. And then there are review plugins that can also add structured data, especially if you're using more advanced review systems. The key is understanding that you only need one of these to handle your product schema. If multiple tools are doing the same thing, that's where problems are going to start. So instead of asking, what else should I add? The better question is, what is already handling this and is it working correctly? One of the biggest traps people fall into is overcomplicating their setup. They start adding plugins, toggling settings, and trying to optimize everything at once. But schema Schema is one of those things where the simpler, the better. If your current setup already outputs clean product schema with accurate review data, you probably don't want to touch anything. You might just leave it completely alone, and that's something a lot of people don't even want to say. Sometimes the best move is not adding more, it's just making sure what you already have is working properly. Another important piece of this is making sure your review data is actually real and visible. Your schema should always match what's on your page. If your schema says you have 5-star rating, your product page should show those reviews. If your page has no reviews, your schema shouldn't try to fake it. Search engines are very strict about this. They want consistency between what users see and what your structured data says. So before you even think about schema, it's worth focusing on getting real customer reviews. Because schema doesn't create trust, it just highlights what's already there. Now, this is one of those changes that doesn't feel flashy, but it truly builds over time. You're improving how your products appear in search. You're making your listing more clickable. You're creating a stronger first impression before someone even lands on your site. And all of that is going to compound, especially if you're relying on organic traffic. It's really not about instant results. It's about setting up your store in a way that supports growth long term. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons. So one of the biggest advantages of using product review schema is that it makes your listing feel more trustworthy. That alone can improve how people interact with your brand before they even click. It also forces you to clean up your review system. A lot of stores have scattered reviews, inconsistent setups, or even just reviews turned off completely. Fixing your schema usually means fixing those issues too. On the downside, it can get a bit messy if you don't keep things simple. Duplicate schema is one of the most common problems, and it usually comes from using too many tools at once. And even if everything is set up perfectly, there's still no guarantee that search engines will show those enhanced results. So it is important to have realistic expectations. This is about improving your foundation, not chasing instant results. If you're looking to get set up with WooCommerce, we personally recommend using Hostinger. If you want to save up to 84%, we do have a link down in the description below, and you can save up to 84% off hosting for WooCommerce. And then you can even manage your store with an AI agent as well. So if you, again, click our link down below, they've got a couple different options here. They've got the business and AI. So this is 84% off. It's just $2.99 per month plus 3 months free. This is a limited time deal, just FYI. With this, you get 50 websites, you get 50 gigabytes of storage, 5 mailboxes per website free for 1 year. The AI tools that are included are AI Website Builder for Elementor and Gutenberg, AI Agent for WordPress, AI WordPress Website Troubleshooter. There's also some other business benefits like daily and on-demand backups, safety test changes, and so much more. Then they've got the Cloud Startup and AI, so this is suitable for most WooCommerce stores. And just to clarify, the business and AI is for basic WooCommerce stores, so it kind of depends on where you're at in business. With this plan, you get 100 websites, 100 gigabytes of storage, 10 mailboxes per website, free for 1 year. You get the AI tools that are also included, and then everything in the business plan, but priority support, extra control and stability with a dedicated IP address, 100 PHP workers, and then 4 gigabytes of RAM for smooth site performance. Okay, so choose the plan depending on what you need, and then you can go ahead and go from there. If you already have product reviews and you're getting traffic from search, this is absolutely worth doing. It's a small upgrade that can improve how your products show up and how people perceive them. If you don't have any reviews yet, your focus should be on getting those first. Because schema without reviews doesn't do much, and if your current setup already includes clean working schema, you might not need to change anything at all. So just some things to keep in mind. I know this topic can feel a bit technical at first, but when you break it down, it's really simple. You're just helping search engines understand your products better so they can present them in a stronger way. And once it's set up correctly, it's not something you need to constantly manage. It becomes one of those behind the scenes systems that supports your store as you grow. Now, if you want to go ahead and check out Hostinger and get signed up with WooCommerce, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. And if you're building your first website and trying to simplify your setup, that's exactly what this channel is here for. So make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.